told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong.
What happens when a top-tier K-pop idol like Kim Taeyong, aka V of BTS, suddenly becomes the CEO of a massive entertainment company? This isn't a drama script, and it's not a prank, it really happened. And to make it even crazier, all HYBE employees were ordered to wear hanbok to the office. Don't believe it? Stick around to the end, because the twist will blow your mind. This shocking news came straight from HYBE label's headquarters, the agency behind the global sensation BTS. To celebrate Korean Culture Day, the management decided to do something they had never done before. They chose one day to hand over the company's leadership to one of their biggest artists. The chosen one was Kim Taeyong, known globally as V of BTS. This appointment wasn't just symbolic. Taeyong was the real CEO for 24 full hours, complete with meetings, briefings, and actual management decisions. Unsurprisingly, the entire HYBE office was thrown into chaos. Many employees thought it was part of a YouTube skit or a prank. But everything changed when Taeyong showed up early in the morning, fully dressed in a hanbok, and was officially welcomed by the board of directors. With his signature charm and calm demeanor, Taeyong confidently took over the main conference room. He kicked off the morning meeting with a cheerful greeting in a traditional Korean accent, greeted by laughter and applause from the entire staff. "I'm the CEO today. And the first rule, everyone must wear a hanbok," he declared with a wide grin. It didn't take long for the order to spread throughout the building, sending staff scrambling to find their hanbok. Those who didn't own one were allowed to step out and rent. The streets around the HYBE building were suddenly filled with employees in traditional attire, creating a scene that looked straight out of a historical drama. Inside the office, the atmosphere transformed completely. Meetings that were usually formal turned into colorful gatherings. Everyone showed up in bright hanbok, even the finance, legal departments, and artist managers who are usually the most serious. One employee described it as the weirdest but most joyful day in their entire career at HYBE. Some even suggested turning the CEO for a day idea into an annual tradition. Besides changing the dress code, Taeyong introduced several new rules, naturally, with his quirky flair. One of them was National Snack Time, a 15-minute break every 2 hours where everyone could enjoy tteok, rice cakes, or Korean tea. The lounge was transformed into a traditional Korean home, complete with heated floors, ondol, and decorative fans. Taeyong wanted every employee to feel Korea within Korea, he explained. The executives, initially hesitant, soon joined in the fun. They even posed for photos with Taeyong, sitting cross-legged on the floor while enjoying rice cakes and tea. Even HYBE's actual CEO, Bang Si-hyuk, dropped by briefly to witness the unexpected scene. He was seen chuckling as he watched the legal team discuss contracts in deep red hanbok. In less than a day, Taeyong turned the office into a mini cultural festival. He also visited recording studios to cheer on HYBE trainees, boosting morale across the board. One trainee was so overwhelmed they cried when Taeyong offered encouragement. "I thought I was dreaming," they said in an internal vlog later uploaded to HYBE's official channel. The day's events were professionally documented and turned into a short film titled A Day as CEO V in hanbok. The video quickly trended on YouTube Korea within just 6 hours. Beyond the entertainment, the moment became a powerful symbol of how tradition and modernity can coexist. Hanbok doesn't have to be outdated. Today, HYBE proved that culture can be cool, wrote one netizen on Twitter. Fans around the world also reacted positively. Many international armies reposted clips of Taeyong sipping tea in the CEO's chair with captions like, "King behavior." Even cultural critics weighed in. A professor from Seoul National University called the move a smart and emotional branding strategy rooted in cultural identity. HYBE confirmed that the idea came from their internal creative team, but much of the improvisation came from Taeyong himself. "He didn't just play the part, he created an experience," said one producer. It wasn't just the staff who got involved. Some of HYBE's younger idols were seen in hanbok at the cafeteria, casually chatting with Taeyong like he was their senior and their boss at once. Fans online are now hoping that CEO for a day concept is given to other BTS members too. "Imagine Jungkook as CEO, the office gym would be packed," joked one army on Instagram. At the end of the day, Taeyong held a spontaneous press conference in the office lobby. Surrounded by cameras and reporters, he thanked the staff for participating and making the day so memorable. "I'm not the real CEO. But today, I felt like a true part of the HYBE family," he said with a smile, before bowing deeply in traditional Korean fashion. As a parting gift, he handed out special pins reading, "One Day CEO, Taeyong," to all participants. These pins have now become rare collector's items among HYBE employees. The day ended with a traditional Korean dinner, specially prepared by a 5-star hotel chef. Everyone enjoyed galbi and bibimbap seated on the floor in HYBE's Grand Hall. The warm and festive evening left a lasting impression. Many employees said they had never felt this productive yet this happy during their careers in entertainment. The next day, things went back to normal, but stories of CEO Taeyoung continued to circulate. Some even became inside jokes shared in company emails. One thing's certain, this wasn't just a gimmick. It showed the human side of a corporate giant, and how culture can be brought to life in the most joyful way. HYBE, often called an industry machine, proved they still have wild creativity, or was this just Taeyoung having too much free time? Whoever had the original idea, the world agrees, Taeyoung as CEO was unforgettable. And if you thought HYBE ran out of ideas, think again. Because maybe, this is just the beginning. What if next time it's Suga as head of finance, in Hanbok too? Foreign media outlets quickly picked up the phenomenon. Entertainment portals in Japan, Thailand, and Brazil highlighted the quirky mix of tradition and pop culture that HYBE and Taeyoung pulled off. It's not just fan service, it's cultural diplomacy, wrote a London-based media outlet. Meanwhile, the global ARMY community launched the Hanbok Office Day challenge on social media. Fans posted pictures of themselves working or studying in Hanbok as a tribute to Taeyoung's idea. The challenge even trended on TikTok and X, formerly Twitter. HYBE responded to the buzz by opening pre-orders for a special edition CEO Taeyoung Hanbok. The design was created in collaboration with a young Seoul-based Hanbok designer and sold out in just 3 hours, blending culture with commercial success. More than just a one-day stunt, many called it a manifestation of Taeyoung's character, authentic, witty, and deeply respectful of heritage. He didn't just wear Hanbok, he brought it to life in a fresh, meaningful way. In one day, he bridged the past and present with flair. Business analysts even praised the event as highly effective, soft power marketing. Without traditional advertising, HYBE successfully embedded Korean cultural values while boosting the company's warmth and relatability. And it all revolved around one person, Taeyoung. In a post-event interview, Taeyoung was asked if he ever wanted to be a real CEO. He chuckled and said, "I prefer the world of art. But if I can make people happy from a CEO chair, who knows?" The lighthearted answer instantly went viral and turned into a meme. Now, fans and insiders alike are eagerly waiting to see if the idea will return. HYBE hasn't made anything official, but rumors say other BTS members may be in line for their turn. Is this the start of a long-term strategy, or just Taeyoung being too cool to say no? Regardless of whether it was strategy or spontaneity, one thing is clear: the day Taeyoung became CEO created a small, legendary chapter in K-pop history. Not just about an artist becoming an executive, but how one person changed the energy, spirit, and joy of an entire company. HYBE employees now have a story to tell for a lifetime. Not about deadlines or deliverables, but about a day when they worked in Hanbok, ate teok, and were led by their very own idol. In a world of routine, that surprise became the thread that tied the whole team closer. And perhaps, behind the laughter, Hanbok, and tea, lies a deeper message, that creativity doesn't belong only to artists. It can thrive in corporate spaces, if there's courage to break the norm, just like CEO Taeyoung did, even if only for one unforgettable day. Following the unexpected success of CEO Taeyoung Day, discussions began within HYBE about institutionalizing similar initiatives. Insiders revealed that departments are now pitching creative ways to blend tradition and pop culture into future internal events, proof that one playful idea can spark a wave of innovation across the board. As for Taeyoung, he returned to his regular schedule the next day, but not without leaving behind a legacy. The hanbok he wore is rumored to be displayed in HYBE's internal museum, and the story of his one-day leadership continues to inspire not just K-pop fans, but also corporate leaders looking for a fresh take on team culture, authenticity, and joyful leadership.
Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.